Oh, hello. This is KESSADA with Jenna from laboccastudio. And we just played in Sunlit Village, and we had a very intimate concert, and we had a pretty rocking interview.
Oui.
Yeah. And we would love for you to see it, so check it out.
Yay!
I don't get what is this price I think I have to pay. The emptiness goes inside, it won't go away. Falling in the deep end, deep end. Drown out my demons, but then it can't swim. And when I reach the surface, the light grows dim. Falling in the deep end, deep end. Whoa. I wanna thrive, I wanna feel alive. To be bold and not bend. I broke before and I will break again. But I'll fight till the end.
嗨，大家好，我是 Jenna。今天呢，我们很开心。我现在人在那个 Sunlit Village， 就是台中一个现在很有名的，就是听说是王美店哦。还没有来过的，赶快来当王美一下。这是头科5859的景观餐厅，对。然后它在那个大坑山上，就是风景很漂亮。那今天我为什么会在这边呢？你看到我旁边的帅哥吗？就是还不错，当 YouTuber 还有一个好处就是可以先吸引到，先见到帅哥这样。好，我来参加一位歌手叫 KESSADA 的一个个人演唱会。那很快的来介绍一下 KESSADA 好了。来 KESSADA，How are you? Very nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, and so let's talk about your history, your experience first.
Okay.
So since when you started involving in music?
Well, I was lucky to be born in a family that was with a lot of musicians and a lot of people in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
Like my uncle was running a very big showroom in Lyon.
Okay.
Which is a town in the south of France. My mother, she was a lyricist. She was writing lyrics for an opera. She was also a movie director. And my stepfather is actually the keyboardist of Elvis Costello.
Okay.
His name is Steve Naive, and he's the one who taught me. He's the one who taught me how to play music and how to discover music and everything like this. Also, I've got a little something is that I have synesthesia, which means in my brain when I hear music, I see colors.
Oh, okay.
It's a neurological difference. So this is also how I create my music.
Okay.
And so I started playing actually instrument when I was 11 years old, and I started with the drum.
Okay.
To the sadness of my parents, who then had to bear with the noise of the drum.
You're just
but
like,
very, very
whatever.
loud. And I was like, I also love metal music.
Okay.
So they were like, oh my God, it's so loud. But then after I went on to playing also keyboard and then guitar and then singing. So I try to touch a little bit about every instrument, and so this brought me here today, where after sort of writing a whole set of songs and everything like this, I was able then to start a collaboration with a Taiwanese programmer that actually allowed me to come here for my first Asian. Actually, my first Asian experience was in 2014.
So
Yeah, when I was a kid. I was like I think 18 or 19, and I played in Fuji Rock Festival
Okay.
in Japan.
Nice.
But then after I was able to come here under my name.
OK， 好，他讲了很多，我来翻译一下。就是刚刚有问他，就是从什么时候开始就是接触音乐？那他其实是从11岁就开始接触，然后最先接触的是鼓，爵士鼓，然后就是他所有的音乐几乎都还蛮多是他自己创作的，所以他从11岁开始接触的鼓呢，打鼓，然后还有一些 keyboard， 还有一些键盘啦，然后就是他尽可能的去学习各种不同的乐器。所以刚刚在欣赏他的演唱会的时候，就发现他唱一唱跑去打鼓，然后就是 我想，因为今天是那个场地的限制，要不然应该可以看到他玩很多不同的乐器这样。那他的刚刚的创作其实都还蛮棒的。然后他也有讲了一下，就是其实他还蛮幸运的，就是从小他是出生在音乐世家，就是继父也是就是很知名的一个 keyboard 手，所以从他那边就是教了他很多，让他学习到很多。然后他是在2014年其实就有接触到亚洲的，有来亚洲做演出，那时候是在日本。Since this is the first time you come to Taiwan?
So actually, no. This is the 6th time that I've come. I think you do this.
Yeah, 6.
You're gonna need to explain why 6 when there's only 2, but
Yeah.
it's like the 3 thing. But I think it's the first time in Taichung.
Okay.
So it's the first time in Taichung. It's the 6th time. I've done Lantern Festival in Tainan, I think, in 2018. I've also performed with 10 drums and the Nanhua Orchestra, and I think two other times.
Okay.
And I can't get enough of Taiwan, so I'm always try to come back whenever I can.
Okay, so since you like it so much, you ever consider to move here to?
I mean, the thing is, I love the island and I love the people, but it's true that because also my music is very westernized and everything like this. Plus, I'm a Parisian boy, born and raised.
Okay.
And maybe coming here for a longer period of time, maybe I don't know, to write an album or collaborate with more musicians for a more extended period of time.
Okay.
I think that would be a really good idea.
Okay, so after hearing your songs, I would like to ask, where did you get all the inspiration, and how will you describe your music type? Like for us people in Taiwan to understand better.
Okay, so in broad Western qualification term, I would say that I'm alternative pop rock.
Okay.
Because I can have ballads, but I can also have energetic rock songs. But there is also electronic music in it, so alternative pop rock sort of sums it up pretty well. You have energy that comes from soundtracks, like movie soundtracks. You have energy from blues. You have energy from electronic music. You have even energy from metal music. Yeah. And I just like to put everything into a big blender and shake it really, really hard.
Okay.
From the inspiration, I try for every song to speak about something that is personal. I very rarely invent something that is not related to something that I've lived. And generally, the themes that I'm talking about are themes that everyone has been able to go through, like love, loss, mourning, happiness, good news, positivity, hope, and dreams. It's essentially what I want is if I can get one person in the world to actually connect with these words and with this music, I know that I will have done something worthwhile. So the themes that I'm talking about, it can go from the loss of my grandfather, but it can also go from the end of a relationship, or it can go from feeling like really at the end of my road. For example, when COVID struck, I wrote a few songs that were about missing myself and missing who I was before COVID hit and everything. So it's very the themes are about everyday life, but things that everyone is able to feel and go through.
OK， 好，刚刚问他的问题呢，就是他的写歌的灵感来源呐、然后他其实写歌的主题都是跟他自己自身有关的，譬如说像他刚刚有几首歌，有一首歌是写那个他的家人去世，然后他的家人怎么样去他写给他的家人，让他们走出伤痛的这样子，然后就是很多事情，很多的写歌的主题都是跟我们自己本身，我们每个人都会遇到的，譬如说爱啊，还有失去亲人啊，失去或者是分手后的伤痛的，这些都是他自己个人的情感经验。经历，然后跟大家分享这样，所以其实大家然后它的涵盖的元素也非常的广，它可以唱抒情歌，然后可以唱比较有点重金属摇滚的感觉的，然后对，所以我觉得其实大家对音乐有兴趣的的朋友都可以来试试看，来接触它，然后它其实讲英文讲得非常的棒，刚刚听那个 字正腔圆，完全没有法国腔调，所以他会讲法文、讲英文，就是都没有问题。对，所以如果大家会担心说他会不会整场演唱会，还是说每次跟他接触都是只会讲法文，需要有一个翻译在旁边，这倒是不用担心。对，okay. I know this trip for you is very short. So can you tell us a little bit about your next schedule? Like how long are you going to stay in Taiwan till?
So my guitarist Paul Bandler is arriving on the 5th. He's traveling tomorrow. And then after, it's a really packed schedule. I can give you all the different dates and everything. I think we have something on the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, maybe the 8th or the 9th. I'll give you all of the information. I just know that from the 5th to the 8th, we're going to be in Taipei. So we're going to be playing in Taipei. And then we're going to, on the 9th, the day before we leave, we're going to play in Hsinchu.
Okay.
Hsinchu.
All right. 非常忙碌的艺人的歌手。那接下来他们会待到12月10号，但是就是5号、6号、7号、8号都在台北。然后他们，今天我们看到是只有他自己歌唱，他其实是一个3人的乐团。然后他的吉他手会在5号的时候到台湾，那相信他们的到时候的演出应该会是更精彩的。那就是5号、5、6、7、8，其实在台北都有活动。然后9号会是在新竹。那详细的 schedule 呢，我们会就是等一下晚一点那个 KESSADA 会传给我们的，我们会再跟大家公布讯息。对，那如果想要去了解他的歌，想要参与他的演唱会的朋友，就是欢迎就是看下面的 description 啦。第一次在台湾是2018年，对。那接下来其实他有一些计划，就是在台湾明年会在台湾有陆续的不同的演出场次。So talk about just mention a little bit about to our audience like your next year's program. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
So I had a really good year in terms of music. I was able to be a part of like 3 really good festivals. In the summer, I was at Les Déferlantes, which is in the south of France. I also played in a really big festival next to Paris and in Normandy. And because I'm a French artist, of course, I have to start with France. The idea is also that we're starting to branch out and we want to start going a little bit further. So we're starting to line up concerts in Belgium and in Switzerland, and also we're trying in England. So essentially next year is going to be sort of what I hope is going to be the breakthrough year, which means finding a label. We're also beginning the process of producing an album that will be released next year. I have a new team with a manager and someone takes care of all the nitty gritty or all the problematic stuff that comes with being in the music industry. So I think it's going to be new album, actually first album. Maybe I think coming back here for the Lantern Festival in February.
Okay.
And finding a label and concerts all the time.
Yeah. So you enjoy singing a lot.
If I could do this every single day, I would.
OK， 好，我们就是很开心认识到一位就是对唱歌就是很有热情的歌手啊。因为其实当你唱很多场之后，其实有时候那个热情会消灭。那他刚才在说，他如果可以每天都可以唱歌的话，那是对他来说是很幸福的事情。这样，那明年他的就是明年会有很多不同的计划啊，可能就是到世界各地巡回，然后明年2月会预计会再回来台湾。对，那如果大家对我们也会就是刚刚有录了一些他的歌唱片段，那非常精彩，我觉得歌声非常好听。所以如果未来就是2月跟4月的有计划，就是来锁定我们频道，然后来锁定他的消息，然后可以来参加他的活动这样。今天呢，很荣幸的跟那个 KESSADA 就是有机会帮他做一点点小小的专访，让大家更认识他。那 Thank you very much
Thank you for having me. Thank you
for introducing a little bit of yourself, and then we hope your trip in here this year is a very successful one, and then we look forward to see you next year.
Thank you very much, and have a happy holiday at the end of the year.
Okay, thank you. Okay, well, see you next time. Bye.
Bye.